Well, good morning again, Grace Church. So good to be with you again this morning. It's a beautiful, sunny morning here. And yeah, we're just looking forward to another great day to serve God together. Um, in the past few months, I've enjoyed meeting with a couple of guys from church to go through a discipleship course together. And of course, with COVID now, continue to do that has been a challenge, but we've been able to keep it going through just video conferencing together once a week. Um, One of the chapters in this book that we're looking at talks about what it means to be a disciple of Jesus. And the verse I want to share with you this morning comes from the words of Jesus himself as he taught his own disciples what it meant to be a true follower of him. And this passage is probably well known to you all. It's from Luke chapter 9, and I'm going to read verse 23 to 26. And Jesus said to all, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. For what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses or forfeits himself? For whoever is ashamed of me and my words, of him will the Son of Man be ashamed when he comes in his glory and the glory of the Father and of the holy angels." These verses have always challenged me personally, and I'm sure they're a challenge to you as well, as we think about what it means to be a true follower of Jesus. Um, I think we can often misunderstand what Jesus means here in this first phrase. He talks about that if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself. And I want to just focus on that this morning here, what it means to deny self. I think we live in a culture that talks about denying ourselves. We say, well, I'm going to deny myself. I'm not going to eat chocolate for a month, or for me, denying myself would be not having coffee for a whole day. That would be denying myself. Um, Sometimes I think we believe that denying self means we have to deny having nice things in life. That we can't buy a new car, or we can't enjoy a vacation with our family. That would be denying ourselves or self denial. Well, none of these self denials really get close to what Jesus is talking about here in this study we're doing with on discipleship. One of the articles that's in this chapter on what it means to be a follower of Jesus, the author of the article, Daryl Johnson, describes this word deny, and he says it means this: to deny yourself means to deny your self lordship. Wow, that really struck me. That sums it up pretty well, I think. Jesus is saying that if I call myself a follower of him, if I love him with all of my heart and soul and mind and strength, then I need to stop acting like my life is just all about me, that I'm the Lord of my life. I have to stop making decisions that are for my own self interests and start making choices in life that really are honoring to God, that will bring glory to him, that will benefit others, that will further God's kingdom. We live in a culture that is pretty me centered. And I find myself getting pretty comfortable making sure that all of my wants and all of my needs are met. Jesus teaches us here that being a true follower of him involves putting myself second. I don't know if you've ever watched those videos, I Am Second. You should check them out. It reminds us, Jesus teaches us to be a true follower of him involves putting him first, saying no to my own selfish wish list of life, and putting what he wants above what I want. And Jesus tells us that this is going to be a daily battle. Now, fortunately, Jesus doesn't leave us just on our own to do this on our in our own strength. We're blessed that way. He's given us His Holy Spirit to help guide us, to help give us wisdom when it comes to these decisions that we are faced with. How do I make decisions that honor God? We have to pray and ask God's Spirit to guide us and direct us in those difficult decisions, but also in just the everyday decisions that we make. The Holy Spirit convicts us of changes we need to make in our everyday life and the behaviors that we take part in every day that help us move away from this self lordship towards making Jesus Lord of every aspect of our lives. And so today and every day, be prepared to battle yourself and your own selfish desires, to do battle and put Jesus first. Ask God to, through His Spirit, give you the strength, give you the wisdom that the decisions you need to make today and in the days to come would put Him first, foremost of all. That's what Jesus says it means to be a true follower of Him, to deny yourself. And I pray that we would all live up to that challenge again today and in the days and weeks to come. Well, God's blessing to you, and yeah, look forward to seeing you again the next time.